I am Karma Kobweb, and welcome to my page. If you are new here, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. So tonight, I thought I would break down some of my witchy tips for people that are maybe new to the craft. Um, and these are all of my personal things that I wish I knew or someone told me when I first started um, doing witchcraft. I have been practicing for 5 years, um, and I've had lots of personal growth within myself. And I'm hoping that I can guide you on your journey through witchcraft. So, my first tip is for you to get a journal or a book of shadows, if you may. So this is a great way, a great tool for you to use to like write down every step of your journey. Now, I mean, I know like Book of Shadows on like shows like Charmed, you know, have all these spells and stuff in it. But I mean, that's been a Book of Shadows that's been handed down from generations to generations to generations. So, um, but you have to start somewhere. And you know your journey of witchcraft, you want to document everything that you are doing, um, and just because you're this book of shadows or journal or whatever, I mean, you can grow on it, you can expand on it, you can add to it, you can make a different one. I mean, all sorts of things, but it's good to start with that. And then that leads me to my second tip, which is what is it? Um, be creative. So be creative with your, Book of Shadows, and you're learning witchcraft. So witchcraft is a very creative thing. You are creating the results in life that you want or the outcome in life that you want. As a witch, that's what you're doing. You're creating your reality. So that's really important as well. And then that leads me to that leads me to my third tip, which is know yourself. So once you start to learn yourself, learn who you are, um, learn maybe what attracts you to the craft, or maybe dig even deeper, like what are things that you like, what are things that you enjoy, what are things that make you scared, what are things that you don't like about yourself, what are things that you do like about yourself, what are things that you want to change about yourself, what are things that you want to change about the world around you, what are things that excite you about learning this new skill set. Write all of that down, because that's all useful, very useful information. um, I mean, not just in witchcraft, but just for yourself in general. Learning witchcraft, you are learning to control the element and control everything in your life. um, so that leads me to my fourth tip, which is learn to meditate. So I've been studying for witchcraft for a long time. I actually started learning to meditate when I was a teenager, because I suffer from anxiety. And, you know, um, learning to meditate is learning to control your energy and control your everything about yourself. So that's really important. You're learning your inner selves and everything. So in almost every like witch list I've seen on YouTube, everyone always mentions meditation, 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 and it's so important. I mean, it's so important to learn how to control yourself and to control your emotions, and yeah, no. Um, and then my fifth tip is to do research. Um, you know, once you've done all your other things, like exploring yourself and all of that, what what excites you? What, like, research that. Like, for me, when I first started, I was really into green magic because I was really attracted to plants and nature and, all of these, things. But I learned, from that, there's all these other types of magic, like water magic, lunar magic, chaos magic. The list goes on and on and on. So you need to kind of do all of your other work before you start to kind of explore other aspects of things. So, um, and then my sixth tip that I have is learn the lunar cycle. So almost every type of magic follows the lunar cycle. Now, we fortunately live in a day and age where you can download, apps on your phone that tell you all about the lunar cycle. Um, like, is it a full moon, new moon, whatever cycle it's in, what the moon is in, like, is it in Aquarius, is it in Gemini, is it what sign is it in, what house is it in, and it teaches you all these different things. Oh, another thing that just made me think of another thing I didn't include on this list, but I mean, you can put it in this part of your, your study, or maybe even in learn yourself. Learn your moon sign. It's so easy. Nowadays, with all of these apps on your phone, you just need the place you were born, the time you were born, and it just tells you all so much about yourself, who you are, you know, um, what house you're in, all these different things. So, and that's another important thing about learning about yourself. Um, and then my last tip, and number 7. So it's focused on your intent. Now, magic is all about intent. Now, are you going to be a good witch, or are you going to be a bad witch? That's up to you. But really learning about your intent and what that intent will do for you, or do for people around you. Now, like, doing like dark magic, like hexing people and cursing people, you have to learn about the negative repercussions that are going to happen to yourself when you do that. Yeah, you might have manifested that chaos and that, hex and that thing that you wanted, but it can also come back and bite you in the ass. So that's really important. If you like this video and you want to learn more about, um, my witchy tips, let me know in the comments below. Um, and yeah, I hope you all have a good night. Thank you for tuning in.